What's up, everyone? This is Illmatical coming to you live and direct from Vietnam, believe it or not. So I wanted to, it's morning here, forgive me. So I wanted to take some time out and discuss the police in Phnom Penh. Now, if you're a driver in Phnom Penh, driving in Phnom Penh, so this is for expats and foreigners who are, moving to the kingdom, and this is specific for Phnom Penh. You're going to want to get around, and the best way to get around really is with a motorbike. You can use taxis and stuff like when you're going out, maybe you're going to do some social drinking and so forth, so you don't want to drive. But ultimately, you're going to need a bike. So most people rent when they first get there. You can rent one very cheap, like American dollars. You can rent one for like $45 a month, and we can get better ones for higher end scale, $85 a month. Decent motos, automatics. When I say motos, I'm talking about motorbikes, or what people in the United States might refer to as like mopeds. But pretty much everyone in Phnom Penh uses them. I don't say everyone. I'd have to say about the majority of people have motos, not cars. Now the thing is, it's not as heavily saturated as the Philippines or Vietnam or Taiwan. However, the driving is very reckless there. The driving is very reckless. They're still not as bad as Taiwan. They're not nearly as bad as Taiwan. Taiwan is still the worst driving. Nice people, but the worst driving I have experienced in Asia. Okay, so let's say you want to rent a bike. There's a good place called EMC. There's another place called Lucky Moto. So EMC and Lucky Moto, you can just give them your passport and you pay a monthly fee, right? And they'll hold your passport for you. So this is like, if you're staying in Phnom Penh for a while. Now the thing where this gets tricky is the police. The police, they are often looking for handouts, and they set up little stings where, you're unsuspecting. You may come around the corner, and then they'll try to hit you up with a penalty for something you didn't know about. So you couldn't turn here, and this is where they make their money. So what they do, and they're trying to make a quick buck out of you. So when you turn that corner, the first time you may pay, you're like, oh, I didn't know. So you give them, maybe they'll give them like $15, $20. And then you find out that's way too much money. The most you should ever be paying for a fine is like, $2.50, $5. But after the first time, like, you really like, you don't want to be bothered. So here's what you should do. And this is what helped me, and I'm passing this along. First, if you get stopped by the police, right? Many of them speak broken English. Not all of them. Some do. So what you want to do is, now if they do tell you to pull over, depending on the mood you're in, because one time they asked me to pull over, and I acted like I was pulling over, and I just drove off from them motherfuckers. Because I was pissed off. I was like, I'm paying you guys. Another time, so what happened was after I got stopped again, and I felt like I knew that they were just trying to take money from me, and they were trying to tell me about some bogus sign. I was like, show it to me. So here's what you can do. Take out your cell phone and start recording. And when you pull out the camera, all the bullshit stops. Because when they realize you're recording them, they're gonna just tell you to get out of there. They're not gonna run any trouble. And the bottom line is they really don't want trouble. So don't be belligerent, don't be disrespectful. But understand that they're just trying to get a handout. So if you got if the worst come to worst, and you got $5, and you can just give them $5 and that $10 and that pays for the fine. All right, lesson learned. But if you feel like you get the vibe that they're trying to rip you off, don't even bother, man. Just like maybe take out your video camera, or another route you can go, which had recently helped me, was act like you don't speak English. Like you could act like you're a Spanish speaker, and they're just gonna they don't want to be bothered with stupidness. Now they will hold your bike, so you have to make sure you don't turn this into an issue. Like I said, they will try to hold your motor. So what you can do is, like I said, act like you don't speak English, all right? Or take out the camera.